what the Bible says about pork. The only reason I came out here is not food. Go to Dixie Street and wicked. Now I run into some people in the Bible. That ain't no fucking joke, bro. That's some real shit, bro. That's some real shit.
This is book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 7.
Bring that out.
And the swine, though he divided the hoof,
Hey, back up a little
and be
bit.
cloven
Hey,
footed.
I got your way, bro. Bring that out. He bugged out, bro. He bugged out.
The kingdom is coming to him now.
He bugged out. They came through the raid.
Esau's kingdom is coming to him.
That's right. That's the devil that the Bible speaks to.
Exactly.
Right? That's the devil. Hey, it's no coincidence that they call the devil red, and
Hey.
so-called white people are really red. They're called red in the Bible.
Man, it's a lot. They the devil.
Right, but this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 7.
Bring that out for me.
And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
So pork in general is just unclean to us, and it's a commandment that we don't need it at all.
Right.
You feel me? The way you can gain wisdom in it and understanding of this Bible is if you keep the commandments. Once you keep the commandments, a lot of things are going to start becoming more clear to you. You're going to start understanding everything. You're going to start seeing more things. Because this life is nothing but a delusion. This is all a delusion.
Let me get a piece of that worked out Edomite.
Bring that up.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 4, verse 15.
Right.
And these are by the wayside where the word is sown, but when they have heard it, Satan cometh immediately and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts.
So you see, we was having nice dialogue. We was getting understanding, and Satan just come by and try to take away the word. We talk about Jesus Christ sitting here, all of this nonsense. Talk about he from the tribe of Levi. Levi are Haitians. He is not Haitian. Come on. That's bad.
Let's show you Jacob and Esau as well. Let's show him context.
So we gonna show you who Esau is according to the Bible.
It's the book of Genesis.
You know about Rebecca and Jacob, but not Rebecca and Isaac. You know about Rebecca and Isaac. So pretty much, Rebecca and Isaac, he had Jacob and Esau. Jacob is the father of Israel, the 12 tribes. Esau is the Edomites. Bring that up.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 25, and verse 25. And the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
So the first came out, matter of fact, starting at 23. Do y'all know about Abraham? So Abraham had Ishmael and he had Isaac. The covenant was passed from Abraham to Isaac instead of Ishmael. So keep going on. Yeah, 23.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 23. And the Lord said, unto her 2 nations are in thy womb,
So he said to Rebecca, 2 nations are in your womb. Keep going.
and 2 manner of people shall be separated
So
from thy bowels.
These are 2 different type of people, two totally different people. Keep going.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people,
Keep going.
and the elder shall serve the younger.
Exactly. Keep going.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
So these are 2 different type of people, but they twins at the same time. It's possible.
And the first came out red all over, like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau.
So that's why I'm look out into the world today. Who are the people that's red? You smack them, they turn red. They go in the sun, they turn red. Who are those people?
Other people.
White people.
It's like this is how I
Nobody
told you to
here.
spell my name.
We protect. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel. And his name was called Jacob.
And that's our forefather, Jacob.
And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field.
So, Arkansas, who love hunting? You got Duck Dynasty, Duck hunting. They go wild game hunting. They hunt all the big animals like rhinos for they tusk. Who is those people? The whole animal hunting. You feel me? That's a description of Esau, and that's who they keep. They are Esau. Now give me yeah, give me a second every 69.
This is why that bugged out so-called white man came up here all tweaking and stuff. It's because his kingdom, which is right now, is coming to an end. That's why you see all these prophecies in the Bible happening, like earthquakes, famines, uproars of people, wars and rumors of wars, all that stuff. Because his kingdom is done.
And it was a future prophecy. That's when he said the elder shall serve the younger. Esau came out first and Jacob came out last. So in the next kingdom, they gonna serve us. You feel me? They the elder, we the younger. They gonna serve us in the next kingdom. That's future prophecy.
It's the book of 2nd Esther, chapter 6, verse 9.
Bring that out.
For Esau, which we know is the so-called white man, that's his true nationality according to the Bible. For Esau is the end of the world.
So right now, when you look at the world, you got all these wars going on, these rumors of wars. You can obviously see that the world is going to a down spiral. Everything is going to go, it's going to be a thermonuclear war. And that's why we are here prophesying. Because when the prophets come out and they prophesy, destruction comes after. Who's ruling? And who's ruling right now? The so-called white men. When you look at the Rothschilds, and these are like the bankers, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, you ever heard like the Illuminati, all of these secret societies, they rule. You feel me? These are the Edomites. Oh, well, just go on that hill. Keep going.
Repeat that. For Esau is the end of the world.
Yep.
Don't lose hope though. And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
So when this world is done away with, we're going to be the beginning of the new world. And we're going to rule forever. For eternity. We belong to everlasting. We're going to have the kingdom forever. And that's a beautiful thing. Because look at all the things that our people go through to this day. It's hard for us to prosper in this world. Because they make it hard. They literally targeted our people home. They putting y'all in ICE camps, but how they doing that when this was y'all country from the get-go? They want to change some little things up and say it's Indigenous People Day instead of Columbus Day. Come on, but they still celebrate Columbus Day as it is. It's the damn same. Romans 9:13. Do you believe God loves everybody? Bring that up.
Romans chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written.
So it was written in the Old Testament. Now it's written in the New.
Jacob have I loved.
You always love Jacob. You love the 12 tribes of Israel. But what?
But Esau have I hated.
So he said he hated Esau, which is the Edomites. So he hates the so-called white people. Why he hates them? They do it to our people to this day. To this day. Give me 2nd Ezra 6 and 50. Start at 54. Because we all come from Adam. We gotta get that across. We all come from Adam. Right, you got some scriptures. Bring that up.
Acts chapter 3, verse 19. Acts chapter 3, verse 19. Repent ye therefore and be converted, that your sins may be blotted out.
That's why we got this grace period. When he died on the cross, that was the ultimate sacrifice. He gave us grace so we can learn this. Because he was discontinued from our heritage. He was discontinued from our heritage. So now that we got grace, we will be learning everything over again. We will be learning the commandments. It's 613 commandments. So we got to be learning everything again. That's why we got grace. Because we're going to mess up. It's time for us to be perfect. You feel me? Things that we just now learned, repent from it, we're going to do it again. We move on. Our hearts to stay in the spirit and don't whatsoever just don't sin.
So notice how it said repent and be converted, because what you guys have learned, what you guys know up until right now, you guys are hearing the truth. You guys have been told lies. You guys grow up in Christianity in these churches, maybe Catholicism, stuff like that. They're not teaching you the truth according to the Bible. Like they're setting up these false gods and these idols, these holidays to keep you going off and keep you in sin. They tell you that the law was temporary to keep you in sin. That's why Mosai said that he doesn't dwell in the churches, because he called it a den of thieves. All they want is your money. That's all they want is your money. So you gotta repent from your sins that you didn't know that you were doing. You gotta repent and offend less. You gotta start following these commandments, and you gotta be converted. You no longer in Christianity. You're now an Israelite from the tribe of Zebulun. You're an Israelite from the tribe of Issachar. That's who you are. That's not a religion. That's your heritage and your nationality. You're an Israelite, one of God's chosen people. Right? I'm going to read Jeremiah. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from the heritage that I gave you.
So it's not a coincidence that we don't know we call ourselves these bywords, these nationalities that are oppressive days.
I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
Exactly. When we came over here, we didn't know this land. We were serving our enemies. So that's right there. Let me show you why he's dealing with us and how far we are going through all this. And it's just us. It ain't the Arabs. It ain't the East Indians. It's us.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt.
What did he say?
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
No, he know everybody.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
So he said the Most High only knows the children of Israel out of all the families on the earth. He only knows us.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
So just like a father with his child, he's not going to punish another parent's child. He's going to deal with his child only. And that's what he's doing with us. And that's why we the only ones catching hell out here. Because he's dealing with us. Everything we do, we be punished for. He's not dealing with the so-called white man. Not dealing with the so-called Arab man. Not the Chinese man. He's only dealing with our people. You got a brother? You got a second brother?
Hey, guess what, man? What y'all talking about, bro?
And this is what we're talking about. You a child of God, man. This is the book of God.
You got any questions? You ever heard of the Israelites in the Bible? Israelites. What you know about the Israelites?
Young man, we said make a choice.
We're going to hit you with two more scriptures, all right? This is the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 27.
Bring that out.
And you shall know that I am in the midst of Israel. Of who? In the midst of Israel.
Bring that out again.
And that I am the Lord, your God, and none else.
So he's saying he's only in the midst of the Israelites. And that he's the Lord, our God, and none else. He's not dealing with nobody else but ours.
Have you ever seen the Gaza?
So this is the conclusion of everything we just spoke about.
Oh, man, y'all real. Y'all real. Y'all real. Y'all real. Y'all real. Y'all got it.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man.
As we here in this captivity, our whole duty is just to keep the commandments. And that's how we're going to get out of this captivity and get to the kingdom. We got to stick together and keep the commandments. Because when we together in unity, they can't do nothing. They can't stop us. The only way they can stop us is if they divide us and conquer us. They don't want the so-called black Israelites coming together.
Let's look. We see David, Iglesias.
That's our home. We're supposed to pray towards the homeland. Women with their head covered, men with their head uncovered, right?
And the real name is Yahweh. That's the name of the Most High. And Yahweh Shah is the name of so-called Jesus. Because the letter J wasn't invented until the 1600s. So you got to go into the Hebrew. They usually say Yahweh, but that's not the real name. When you go into the real Hebrew, you're going to get Yahweh for the Most High, and you're going to get Yahweh Shah for so-called Jesus. But you can look up Yahweh Shah.
We got a YouTube. Also, you guys can be dropping like edification videos for people to learn. There's other things if you search Hebrew Israelites. Then there's thousands of camps around the nation, around the world, out here spreading the truth, breaking our people up because we're in the last days. You know what I'm saying? We gotta repent and keep these commandments. That's the only way you'll be saved because 1/3 of our people are going to be saved. In the name of the Lord. 1/3 of the Israelites. Even though we're God's chosen people, not all of us are going to take heed to the commandments, to the scriptures.
Exactly. This chart is only pertaining to the Americas. It's Israelites scattered throughout all nations. So you got them in Asia, Spain, anywhere you go, you're going to find Israelites that are scattered. So 1/3 is a small group of people compared to how many people we have.
Our YouTube channel with the Israelites, like a knight in shining armor. So subscribe to us, like our videos, message us if you have any questions. All praise to the Most High, you guys stay here in Maryland. It's cold, you know.
crazy shit. I don't know why y'all.
There we go. We got the real speaker speaking up. Look.
You got the black Israelites?
You just the Israelites.
Is it Israelites?
There's no such thing as black Israelites.
Okay.
I feel you.
You guys got any questions? Other than us being black Israelites, we are the true biblical Israelites. That's right. Come on. The house of Israel with Judah.
That's right.
We be some impressive fucking apartments.
God bless.
Edomites. Right. Slavery. Day of the Lord. It's going to be a lot of death. You know,
Look.
lock y'all up in cages, man.
She said.
Lock y'all up in cages.
She said, yeah.
We out here to call back Jacob, man. We don't care about what you Edomites have going. We don't care about what these other nations have going up and down the club. We out here for you, brothers. Hey, you got some time?
I'm about to go get drunk, get some
You know
shots.
your nationality according to the Bible, though.
Hey, I know my fair share, but I'm about to go get the shots.
You an Israelite.
Yeah, he finna get ran over.
You gotta depart from the heathen, man. Because the day of the Lord is at hand. You gotta repent, brother.
You can't be hand in hand with the enemy.
Give me Proverbs 11:21.
Was like, see my shit?
Give me Proverbs 11:21.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and verse 21.
What it say?
Though hand join in hand,
Though hand join in hand.
the wicked shall not be unpunished.
Hey, man, all your buddies over there, they're gonna get slaughtered in the day of the Lord.
Come.
They're gonna go in chains.
You're not wrong. I didn't realize you motherfuckers exist in fucking Fayetteville.
What?
I didn't realize you
Hey, the wicked flee when no man pursues.
He said, you motherfuckers existed in Fayetteville.
Come back here and say that again. Come back.
He said, I like what you're about, but
Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 21, right? Though hand join in hand,
Right, he was joining in with his white, you know what I'm saying? Going to get drunk with his white pals.
the wicked shall not be unpunished.
my
He
dude.
shall not be punished. Guess what's gonna happen when Jacob's trouble pops off?
He said,
They gonna be the first ones to hang that you know, so I don't even want to say it. But man,
That's how he acted though.
he's gonna be the first one to get his neck.
he said, you motherfuckers.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 13, right? Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding.
Yeah, right. So you gotta be seeking wisdom and understanding, not out here going to the club and getting drunk with your white buddies, man. It's not the time for that. Give me Sirach 12 and 10. That's not really the space I want, but it's all right. Never knew that I was.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 10, right? Never trust thine enemy,
And he was so trusting them, he's gonna go get drunk with him tonight.
for like as iron resteth, so is his wicked.
So he. 3:31 and 3:13. Hey, so he's gonna get drunk with his white friends, man. That's the perfect opportunity for them to attack or to plot on the brother. You know what I'm saying? Catch him while he's slipping. Man, it's sad. It's sad. It's a lot. The only brother, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we're not gonna slam him, brother. We're not gonna slam him.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 31,
Right?
envy thou not the oppressor,
Envy thou not the oppressor, man. And choose none of his ways. Right?
and choose none of his ways.
Choose none of his ways, man. Because, bro, they're out here going to get drunk like the heathen do. That's what they do. They like to go hit the club during the Shabbat. Because it doesn't pertain to them. We shouldn't be choosing their ways. We should be choosing the Most High's ways. What he wants for us to do. He wants for us to keep his commandments, study, meditate, and pray. Fast. Right? That's what he wants us to do, man. Not get drunk with the enemy. Alright? But yeah, we out here to call back Jacob to the covenant. And we out here to call back Jacob to the covenant. This is what we doing. Go ahead and give me go ahead and give me Mark. Give me Matthew 4:17. Matthew 4:17.
Matthew chapter 4, verse 17. For that time Jesus began to preach and to say, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Yeah, that's what we out here. We doing the same thing that Yahweh Shai was doing, man. We telling our people to repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. We are living in the last days, man.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 14, and verse 23.
Hey, that's the spirit.
And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in.
Right, we out here compelling Jake to come back into the covenant, man. We out here diligently in the highways and the hedges, man.
That my house may be filled.
Exactly. Are you ready for World War III? You know what's going to happen after World War III? Well, the white man's kingdom is going to fall, and then the blacks, Spanish, Native Americans, we're going to rule. Right. And we're going to take y'all captive. Right? You know what I'm saying?
She said, we all die. Like,
We all die. They going to die. Hey, give me, man, I had it on the top of my head. Hey, someone read out for me. Not all of us shall die, but we all shall be changed. Right? Because she said we all going to die. But that's not true. That's not true. Corinthians 15 and start 51.
This book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 51.
What it say?
Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed.
Right, so not all of us are gonna die when the thermonuclears come, when the missiles come, man. The elect who are still alive and who haven't been delivered up unto the oppressor, into like the governing officials, they gonna be beamed up, right? A lot of people in this troop are gonna die though. Some people are gonna be beheaded. Some people are gonna get shot down. Some people are gonna be locked away, thrown in cages and starved to death. Some, you know what I'm saying? But not all of us are gonna die. But we're all gonna be changed. How are we gonna be changed? We're gonna have to be given glorified bodies in the kingdom, man. We're gonna be given glorified bodies in the kingdom, man. Incorruptible bodies.
Jewish.
Incorruptible bodies, man. And we're not Jewish. We're the true Jews of the Bible, man, from the tribe of Judah. Are you a so-called Jew? Are you Ashkenazi or Khazar? You ain't no damn Jewish person, man. You don't know what's going on. You a Jew.
He said, yeah.
You don't know what's going on, man.
He said my nose big.
Someone give me Exodus chapter 3 and 12. That's quick. Because the Most High God said he's going to have perpetual hatred for the fake Jews for generation to generation.
This is the book. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 17 and verse 16.
Right out.
For he said, because the Lord has sworn that the Lord will have a war with Amalek for generation to generation.
So the Lord swore, man. He swore that he would have war with Amalek, which are these fake Jews. The Most High God swore that he would have war with Amalek, which are these fake Jews, from generation to generation. And that's why they're in control right now in our homeland, acting like God's chosen people, but breaking every commandment.
Every commandment.
Promoting the most wicked, vile things that you can think of.
They not even breaking it. They threw it away.
Man.
You ain't got to follow it no more.